Ladies and gentlemen, Roseanne Weeks is in the house. I won't even tell him who you are. Let him guess. An icon, a legend. Zein Karam. Roseanne and I started. We didn't start this theater. It was already famous, 25 years old, when we came along with Leon F. Mahalik 52 years ago. And we're still here, Roseanne. Woo! Woo! I'm glad you're here. And you're in for a treat. One more person I have to acknowledge, a man I've missed these last few days, but who made such great music during Godspell at the organ and with his other musicians, that it's still in the space. I still hear the music. I could be walking along in a rehearsal, and there's that music of Chris Ricci. Give him a big hand. Thank you for being here. So I could go on and on like this and introduce each one, but I'm not going to. Because I asked the cast who are waiting in the wings very expectantly for their opening performance of Mr. William Shakespeare. And I said, who's the greatest person here today? Who is the most important? And we went on with this one and that one, and then the answer finally came. Of course, it's William Shakespeare, a man who was born, considered by some, not as the playwright, but was sent to earth to raise the consciousness of mankind, along with people like Jesus Christ and Gautama Buddha, and we can go on with that. Those few special people that save us from absolute, darkness at times. He knew about everything, and he put it into play form. When I say about everything, he was a wise man. He spoke from the heart, the language of the soul. And whether it was a comedy or a drama, it was great storytelling. And he wrote prolifically 33 plays in a short amount of time. Some of the plays, 30 years ago, we decided that he was our patron here at PBT, and I sent Ann Joel, my dear late sister, here with 2 suitcases full of Shakespeare books, scripts. And she got here, that was 31 years ago. Since we've done many productions of A Midsummer Night's Dream, we did 2 Readers' Theater of King Lear and Othello. We've done As You Like It, All's Well That Ends Well, Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet. I wrote them down this morning, but I didn't want to take the paper out. We've done most of the plays a few times over through the years, because here we have a man that wrote what you're going to see, the adaptation of what he wrote 450 years ago, or almost that. That's a round number. And they're still being done all over the world, more than any other playwright who's ever lived. Meaning, there must be something there for us to hear, enjoy, and learn from, I think, with William Shakespeare. Today, I hope you took your laughing gas. Sandy, did you give laughing gas out at the concession stand? Because the Comedy of Errors is a situation comedy, and you do have to use your thinking mind at first to get the story going, to keep track of the story. As you see, it's about 2 pairs of twins and the mix-up that they can run into. But eventually, after you get it all sorted out, you can laugh and should laugh and let the audience know that you're enjoying it. Don't worry about that, but that's one of your jobs as an audience. But the main job is, for live theater, to kiss yourselves goodbye and live into this story, which was written 450 years ago. So you're time traveling backwards. You're permitting yourself to go back 150 years and live into the story and be the characters that are on stage, and leave yourself off for a little while, you know, any cares you might have, or worries, or concerns that you might have. I'm not saying you do, but if you do, let them behind. Let them evaporate and go and have a good time. You may cry, you may laugh, you may take the baby out if the baby speaks out loud, because remember, it's not television, it's not film, it's a heart pumping, many hearts pumping. I know you're going to be great, and you know how I know that? I don't want to leave. But I have to, darn it. Let me ask the actors if they're ready. Actors, are you ready for your opening performance of The Comedy of Errors?
Yeah!
Audience, are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, The Comedy of Errors by William Shakespeare. Actors, places, please.
And so he plays his part. gentlemen,
Meet Mr. Shakespeare!
here I am, back again at the world-famous Priscilla Beach Theatre for the penultimate performance of its 77th summer stock season. For this joyous occasion, I have chosen to act along with the PBT's fantastic dramatic school players. I wrote this play in 1590, and I am proud and happy to announce that it is still here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, starring me as Adrian, a father searching for his wife and long-lost sons. The story is all about mistakes.
I made a mistake!
Oops! It was all my fault!
I did not check the time!
I thought it was Sunday, but it was Saturday!
The water just boiled over.
My boyfriend married my twin sister.
Forgive, O Lord, my little jokes on thee, and I'll forgive thy great big one on me!
I feel like one living mistake. I forgot my first key.
I told her not to tell you the secret. I told her not to tell you.
We do the don'ts, yet we keep on doing the don'ts.
I fell hopelessly in love.
I hate my neighbor. Mistakes are missing the takes! Mistakes!
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are Adrian from Syracuse. Proceed to bring about my fall, and by the doom of death, and woes and all.
Merchants of Syracuse, plead no more, for it is useless. Both the laws of Syracuse and the laws of our Ephesus state that any born in Ephesus could not be seen in Syracuse markets. And if any Syracusan born comes to live at Ephesus, he dies, or 1,000 golden coins be paid for his ransom. If thou cannot produce 1,000 coins, by law thou art condemned to die.
My only comfort when your words are done. My woes end likewise with the evening sun.
Well, Syracusan, say in brief the cause that made you leave your native home of Syracuse, or brought you to our Ephesus.
In Syracuse was I born, and wed unto a woman where we live in joy. Our wealth increased. Many prosperous voyages I often made to Epidamnum, and my wife joined me. While there, she became a joyful mother of twin boys. That very hour, in the self-same inn, a peasant woman also gave birth to male twins, both alike. Since they were very poor, I bought the peasant twins to attend to my own son. Upon our return home, we sailed into a storm. Our sailors sought for safety and left the ship. My wife fastened one twin and a servant twin onto a mast, while I did the same with the other two. Once the twins were taken care of, my wife and I also fastened ourselves to the two masts. Lo and behold, two ships were sailing towards us from afar off. But oh, let me say no more!
Do not stop so, for we may pity, but not pardon thee.
Before the ships could reach us, we were encountered by a mighty rock. Our helpless ship was split in two. One ship gathered up my wife and two children, while I was saved with the other two by the other ship. Oh! Oh!
Tell us what happened to them and thee.
My youngest son at 18 became inquisitive about his twin brother and asked me to search for him with his servant twin. 5 summers have I searched for my sons. 5 summers have I spent in Greece, roaming clear to the bounds of Asia, coasting homeward, come to Ephesus. But here must end the story of my life.
Hapless Asion, even though the loss is death to thee, I'll give thee a day to save thy life. Join all the friends who are housing up to make up the sum, and live, beg or borrow, to save thy life. If no, then thou art doomed to die. Officer, take him away.
Hello, my lord.
Go, Dromio, and give it to the innkeeper where we stay. And stay there, Dromio, till I come to thee. Do you understand?
Yes, Lord.
Good boy. Within this hour it will be dinner time. Till then I'll view the manners of the town, gaze upon the buildings, and then return and sleep at the inn. With long travel I am stiff and weary. Get me away!
Yes, my lord.
Will you walk with me about the town and then go to my inn and dine with me?
I have already been invited. My present business calls me from you now. I'll meet you here at the marketplace at 5:00.
Farewell till then. I'll go lose myself and wander up and down to view the city.
So, I commend you to your own content.
He that commends me to mine own content commends me to the thing I cannot get. For I to the world am like a drop of water that in the ocean seeks another drop. I seek to find a mother and a brother. In quest of them, unhappy, lose myself. What now? How come you've returned so soon?
Returned so soon? Rather approach too late. The capon burns, the pig falls from the spit. The clock has struck 12 upon the bell. Ding dong, ding dong. My mistress made it one upon my cheek. She's angry with me because the meat is cold. The meat is cold because you come not home.
Stop! Now, tell me, where have you placed the money that I gave you?
Oh, the 6 pence that I had on Wednesday last to pay to have the saddle repaired for your mistress? I kept it not.
I'm not in a joking mood. Tell me and dally not, where is the gold?
The gold? You gave no gold to me.
Come, Dromio, these jests are out of season. Save them for a merrier hour than this, and tell me, where is the gold that I gave in charge to thee?
To me, sir? You gave no gold to me.
Come, knave, have done with your foolishness, and tell me how you did your errand.
My errand was but to get you from the marketplace, home to your house to dinner. Your wife and her sister await you.
Now you listen here, you answer me. In what safe place have you placed my money, or I shall break that merry head of yours? Where are the 1,000 marks I gave you?
I have some marks of yours upon my head, some of my mistress's marks upon my shoulders, but not 1,000 marks between you both.
Thy mistress marks? What mistress, slave, hast thou?
Your wife, my mistress, she that waits till you come home to dinner and prays that you will hurry.
What? Will you make fun of me right before my face? There, take you that.
What mean you, sir? For God's sake, hold your hands!
They say this town is full of trickery. As nimble jugglers that deceive the eye, dark-working sorcerers that change the mind, soul-killing witches that deform the body, disguised cheaters, and many such evil people. I will go to the inn to seek out this slave, for I greatly fear that my money is not safe.
Oh, neither my husband And is your tawny master now at hand? Nay, he is at 2 hands with me, and that my own 2 ears could witness.
Say, did you speak with him? Do you know his mind?
Aye, he told me his mind upon my ear.
Did he speak so doubtfully that you cannot understand his meaning?
Oh, I understood his meaning.
But I say, is he coming home?
When I asked him to come home to dinner, he asked me for 1,000 marks in gold. "'Tis dinner time," said I. "My gold," said he. "Your meat doth burn," said I. "My gold," said he. "Will you come home?" said I. "My gold," said he. "But the pig is burned," said I. "My gold," said he. "My mistress, sir," said I. "I know not your mistress. I know no house or wife." And then he did beat me here and here.
Go back again, thou slave, and fetch him home.
Go back again? And be beaten? Again?
Back again, thou slave, or I will break thy head. Fetch thy master home.
I so proud with you, as you with me, that like a ball you do spurn me thus. You spurn me hence, and you will spurn me hither. I'm to last in this service. You must case me in leather.
My beauty doth fade, and his eyes look towards others, or else he be home. Sister, you know he promised me a chain. Since my beauty doth no longer please his eye, I will weep what's left away, and weeping die.
How many fond fools serve mad jealousy?
The money I gave to Dromio is safe at the inn, and the heedful slave has wandered off to seek me out. See, here he comes. And now, sir, has your mad humor changed? Will you jest with me again? You received no gold, your mistress sent you to have me home to dinner. Wast thou mad?
When did I speak such words?
Not half an hour ago.
I only saw you since you sent me to the inn with your gold.
Villain! You denied receiving any gold, then you spoke of a mistress and a dinner.
I'm glad you're in a merry vein. But sir, why need these jests? I pray you do tell me.
Dost thou make fun of me and think that I jest? There, take that and that!
Enough, sir, hold I pray. Why am I beaten?
Dost thou not know?
No, except that I am beaten.
Shall I tell you why?
Aye, sir.
First, for making fun of me, and then for making fun the second time.
Was you men thus beaten out of season? To the when and the wine, wherefore we neither rhyme nor reason? Well, sir, I thank you.
Thank me. For what?
For this something you gave me for nothing.
But soft. Who comes yonder?
Oh, Antipholus, it is I, Adriana, thy wife. How comes it, husband, that thou art thus so strange?
Lead you to me, fair dame? I know you not. In Ephesus I am but 2 hours old, as strange unto your town as to your talk.
Fie, brother! Why do you treat my sister thus? She sent for you, by Romeo, home to dinner!
By Dromio?
By me?
By thee! Did you not return from him saying that he did strike you, denied having a house and a wife?
Did you converse with this gentlewoman?
I, sir, have never seen her in my life till this time.
How can she thus call us by our names, unless it be by inspiration?
Oh, come, I'll fasten unto this sleeve of thine, for thou art an elm, my husband, and I, a vine.
To me she speaks. What? Was I married to her in a dream? Or sleep I now and think I hear all of this?
Romeo, go bid the servants fight for dinner.
This is a fairyland, oh spites and spites! We talk to owls, goblins, and elvish sprites. If we obey them not, they will ensue, and suck our breath or pinch us black and blue.
What? Talkest to thyself, Romeo, thou grown, thou snail!
Master, I have transformed, have I not?
I think you have, and so have I.
Come, I will no longer be a fool to put my finger in my eye and weep. Come, husband, to dinner. Come, sister. Dromio, guard the gate and play the porter well.
Am I on earth in heaven? or hell, sleeping and walking.
Master, shall be a porter at the gate?
I'm letting none enter lest I break your pate.
Come in, Tickliss, we dine too late.
Good Signor Angelo, you must excuse us all. My wife is shrewish when I keep her waiting. I'll say that I lingered with you at your shop to see the making of a golden chain, and that tomorrow you will bring it home. But here's the villain that said that I did deny my wife and house. Thou drunkard, thou, what do you mean by this?
Say what you will, sir, but I know what I know. That you to beat me at the marketplace, I'd have your hand to show.
I think thou art a fool. But soft, my door is locked. Go, bid them let me in.
Maud! Bridget! Marion! Luce! Go, get thee away from the door. My master's waiting in the street. Let him walk!
Who talks within there? Open this door. Who is it that keeps me out of mine own house?
The porter, and my name is Romeo. Oh, villain! Thou hast stolen both mine office and my name.
Who is it that makes all this noise?
This town is troubled by unruly boys.
Is that you, wife? You might have come before.
Your wife, you knave. Go, get thee from the door.
Go? Get thee from the door? Fetch me an iron bar.
Have patience, sir. Let it not be so. Let not yourself be caught in such an embarrassing situation, locked up by your wife. Depart to patience, and later in the evening return by yourself.
You have prevailed. I will depart in quiet. However, I mean to be married. Bring the chain to the house of Corpus. Since mine own doors refuse to entertain me, I'll knock elsewhere to see if they'll disdain me.
I'll meet you in that place in an hour or so.
And may it be that you've quite forgotten your place as husband? Gentle brother, get you in. Comfort my sister, cheer her, call her wife.
Sweet mistress, your weeping sister is no wife of mine. Far more to you do I mean.
Are you mad that you do reason so?
It is you that I love, and with thee I will lead my life. Thou hast no husband, yet nor I no wife. Give me thy hand.
Hold you still. I'll go fetch my sister to give her goodwill.
Why, how now, Dromio? Where runnest thou so fast?
Do you know me, sir? Am I your servant? Am I myself?
You are Dromio, thou art my servant, thou art thyself.
I am claimed by some woman. I belong to her, and she haunts me.
What woman? What claims lays she to thee?
She claims that she is my wife, but she's a kitchen wench and all grease. If she lives till doomsday, she'll burn a week longer than the whole world.
Go, get thee to the road, and if the wind blow any way from the shore, I will not stay in this town tonight. Come to the market if any ship come into port, where I'll walk until you return. If everyone knows us and we know none, 'tis time, I think, to trudge, pack, and be gone.
As a man would run from a bear for his life, I would run from thee who claims to be my wife.
Sorcerers inhabit here, and therefore 'tis time that I were gone. She that calls me husband, even my soul doth for a wife abhor. Ah, but for her fair sister.
Master!
Aye, that's my name.
Yes, I know it well, sir. Lo, here is the chain.
What shall I do with it?
Why, I made it for you, sir.
For me, sir, why, I did not ask for it.
Not once, not twice, but 20 times you have. Go home with it and please your wife, and I will visit you around supper time to collect my money for the chain.
I warn you, sir, receive the money now, for fear you'll never see the money or chain again.
You are a merry man, sir. Fare thee well.
What I should think of this, I cannot tell. This I think, there's no man so vain that would refuse so fair an offered chain. I see a man here need not live by shifts when in the street he meets such golden gifts. I'll head to the market and there for Dromio stay. If any ship put, then straight away. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we discover what happens to the sets of twins with Antipholus of Ephesus and his long-lost brother Antipholus of Syracuse, and Dromio of Ephesus and his long-estranged brother Dromio of Syracuse. Notice how I use the S in those names. Antipholus, Ephesus, Syracuse. At any rate, we will now take a short 10-minute intermission. Use this time to stretch, munch, and drink. The confectionery is to your right, and the latrines are in the big White House. See you soon.